Hi everybody. Well, what a week it's been. Um, One step forward, two steps back. So last weekend I thought I would get it started. So it started up no problem. I thought I needed a new starter motor, so I bought a new starter motor, stuck that on. Started first time, got it nicely warmed up, and the idea was get it warmed up and then fit the AccuSpark, distributed electronic ignition, cap, leads, new plugs, etc. I'd previously done the tappets, so I was all ready. So, nice and warm, switched it off, fit all the new ignition gear, wired it up, went to switch it on, click, 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 the dreaded clicking noise from the starter motor. So it was like, oh no. So, checked everything, took the starter motor off, tried it in the vise, put jump leads on it, put a flying lead onto the solenoid, working perfectly. Put it back in the car, put power to it with a jump pack underneath, took a flying lead, fired it over, engine turns over. Traced the lead back to the starter relay, put a feed down that lead, started no problem, but still nothing off the key. So I thought it must be the starter relay, so I bought a new starter relay. Fit that on Friday, all excited. Went to start it, exactly the same again. Click, 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 click. So I thought, what is this? Checked the earth on the engine, there was an earth there. I was getting 12 volts at the coil, I was getting 12 volts at the relay. Couldn't understand it. Anyway, I was half in and out of the car, and I was trying to crank it over when it was making the horrible clicking noise. And I noticed that the positive terminal, where the cable goes into the pole clamp, right, was sparking and smoking. So I thought, oh, I wonder if the main cable positive lead to the starter solenoid, maybe that lead's obviously 51 years old. It's past its sell-by date. And I got some 35mm square copper cable, got a new pole connector for it, connected it up, put a swaged and soldered end terminal on the other end, stuck it onto the starter motor, turned the key, turns over like a dream. So all that shoe and hassle, and I probably didn't need a new starter at the end of the day, it was just that cable. But anyway, I've got a nice high torque, very lightweight, brand new starter. I've got a new starter relay. So I'm back to where I wanted to be. So turns another thing I've fitted, I'll show you in a minute. I've fitted a new fuel pump. I've got a diaphragm pump, brand new, all new pipe work, down to the copper, through to the carburetors. So I've now got fuel, which is pumping beautiful. I'll show you that in a minute. It's quite a nice pump, actually. So I turned it over. I'd already marked the timing marks. So I started to turn the distributor anti-clockwise, and then I got a cough, and I thought, we're getting near. So I turned it by hand a little further. Anyway, then she fired up. So as soon as it was fired up, I ran and I already had the strobe light connected on, checked the timing. It was probably about 10, 15 degrees out. So I just fine-tuned that in. So the timing's set 10 degrees, a tick over, and I tried the auto advance, and that was well advancing at high rev, so I'm happy with that. Retuned the carburetors, because obviously tappets first, then timing, and then carburetors. So yesterday I rebalanced and set the carburetors up, and it seems to be running like a dream, so I'm really happy. So that was yesterday, so that was a positive day. Today I have pulled the back brakes off, had a look at them, and someone's fitted a load of new parts to the brakes, so it's all brand new. So inside was like, okay, there was a spring on the wrong way around. Handbrake mechanism was seized, so I stripped the lever arms out the hubs. I stripped the little quadrant pulling the little arm on the back of the diff. That splits apart, which is quite a nice design. So I polished all that up and got it all copper slipped, and then I've also greased the nipple on the brake cable, I've greased the nipple on the prop shaft, and I've greased the nipples on the trunnions at the front. So all nipples greased, which is good. So that's it really. So just a little tour of the sort of things I've done to date, and then that's it. And obviously, since the last video, I've got a lot of the bright work back on. I've got the number plates on, so it's getting close. So I still have the front brakes to do, re-underseal underneath, just check there's no rot, but check for surface rust, re-underseal, wax oil it, get it onto wheels, and then I can do the interior out. But we'll just have a little look around to show you what we've been doing over the last about 2 weeks. Okay, so here we go. So, into the boot first. So, I got the nice modern no points diaphragm pump, SU replacement. I've replaced, I've put a pipe, I put this draw pipe here straight down to the sender unit, which is a very short run. Then this other rubber hose goes down through a grommet and it connects up with the copper that runs under the floor. I've extended the wiring back to the pump. I've made this nice cover plate so that fits on just over the pump. Couple of Tech screws, and that'll protect the pump against any physical damage from inside the boot. So that was all good. Around the front. So tappet's done. Got a nice full fuel bowl there. I've got the AccuSpark new distributor, new leads. It's got the iridium plugs. As I've said before, I've done the tappets, replaced a few hose clips. So we're all good. There's the new starter relay. So that's all good. And then just a quick look under the back. So I'll just get me light. So under here I stripped off the pivot point there, the lever, yeah, and that's all been cleaned, polished on the internal edges and copper slipped. Okay, so that's all nicely done. And like I said before, the brakes have been rear brakes have been serviced, which are like new. Finger over the lens again, sorry. So that's it. So front brakes to do, and then very, very close. So obviously after a negative weekend last weekend where it all went horribly wrong, this week it's gone very well, so really happy. So we'll have a little tour around the car now, the whole thing, and then you can see what she looks like. So bumpers on, number plates on. Centre console just sort of fixed temporarily. I've also done the centre console gear lever ashtray and armrest, which looks very nice. Wing mirrors on, wipers on, front grille on. I'll just drop the bonnet. So that's it. So bit of a long video this week, but in the next one we will see a bit more activity, and hopefully it'll be on its wheels. So I'll see you then. Bye.